Hello and good evening and welcome to Terrain Vague. This is a television show, and as you can see, that was a computer monitor. Welcome to the show. Which camera are we on?
You don't worry about it. Just do the intro.
I want to see what camera I'm on. There we go. Okay. Tonight, am I on the right camera? Is this the camera?
Yes, there you go.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Jacob. I'm one of the hosts, and to my right, this is Jared. He's another host, and we're very pleased to have a couple guests with us today. We have our cousin, Amanda, over here. She's on the show today because she's preggers.
That's the only reason why.
Well, no, because we also love her as our cousin, and we'd
There's more
like to.
elegant ways to say. Never mind. You're doing
She
it,
was
dude.
impregnated by somebody with a baby.
Dude.
This is my friend. He's not a cousin, but he's a friend.
Basically.
Yeah, he's kind of a friend. He's my roommate. This is John. He's our resident sports guy. So we have our computers out, me and John, because we were doing a live baseball draft for a fantasy baseball team. And unfortunately, it took longer to set up today, so we weren't able to do it on air like we wanted to, and we're hoping to do. But we're going to talk a little bit about it since we are here with it up, and we're going to talk about how the draft went. I would like to point out that I've brought a number
seriously?
Yes. And so in case anybody knows,
I don't want talking about sports on the show.
I know you don't, but that's why we're doing it, because
That's my whole
that's
life,
the only reason
man.
he's here too.
I'm the sports bra.
He's the sports bra. This is John Allen, sports bra.
You're going to talk about doing fantasy sports.
Yeah.
You have a platform like this, and I'm just checking. You have a platform of television, and you're going to talk about doing sports.
Right. There are whole networks assigned to talking about this
24-hour network.
24 hours.
Yeah, those people like
The Golf Channel.
whatever.
Okay. And one of the
talk about
reasons we're
something
doing that is because I've been given reins over tonight's episode, unlike other episodes where seemingly we have an equal partnership, me and my brother Jared here. It's actually he pretty much strangleholds the entire show away from me. So I've been given one chance to put on my own show. So for that, I'd like to.
This is your opportunity.
This is my opportunity. I'm going to seize my opportunity while I have
never
the
going to happen
opportunity,
again.
because it probably won't, especially after tonight.
Yeah,
Only because it's your
the way
birthday.
going.
Okay.
It's not my birthday yet, but it is March, which means there's March Madness. And later on this episode, we are going to have Jared fill out a Sweet 16 bracket. And
It's the sweetness.
it's the sweetness. And but first, we're going to talk about our fantasy draft and how it went. I think it went very well. We were in a 12-team league with some of our buddies. I had to draft last, which everyone knows is not a great position to be in. You do get a wraparound pick, and but I think I got the best team.
A reach around.
And I think
Just about the same.
I think because I got the best team, I think I'm going to say it's because of all my lucky accoutrements I brought. I brought my rally cap, my lucky rally cap. I brought my lucky Giants jersey.
Why are they lucky?
Because when I wear them, I win.
So you're a man of science until it becomes to
Until it becomes to
fantasizing
sports.
about
Until it comes to fantasy sports,
professional athletic men.
then it's true. I brought
They are
my
big and burly.
Will Clark,
They're-
my Will Clark baseball card, right there. I brought my Buster Posey bobblehead.
Bust a bus.
My Buster Posey autographed baseball right there. It's encased so no one can touch it. And the luckiest charm of all, my Taka Michinoku figurine. I rub his belly for good luck, and it really paid off this time because I really did well. How did your draft go? First
My
of all,
team sucks.
your team sucks. I was looking at it. It's a horrible team. Who was your first round draft pick? Because I think that was a mistake on your part.
It was Brawny. Ryan Braun.
I think that's your only good pick.
Yeah.
I think that was your only good pick.
Well, I remember last year I didn't take Braun. And
Wait, who got Braun last year?
you.
I did. That's right. I forgot.
So
How'd that work out for
My
me?
esteemed colleague got Braun last year.
And I think I got second in the league.
Yeah, he did. And he beat me in the playoffs.
And I beat you in the
took Justin
playoffs.
Upton, who I hate now.
Right.
'Cause he was terrible for me.
Because he did
So
not
this
do
year
so
I
well.
had to take Braun and see how that goes.
Please do.
The rest of my draft was terrible, though.
So what did you bring for good luck?
I brought my latest baseball preview issue of Sports Illustrated featuring a hated Dodger, Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, that's already automatically bad luck. You brought
So
a
that's
Dodger
probably why.
to the draft room.
And he's breaking through the glass ceiling.
Yeah, that's terrible.
How long are you guys going to talk about this?
How long do we have? An hour?
Yeah.
There's other
Probably
things
59
too.
minutes.
So
Well, what time? How long have we been going?
This is my
just talk faster.
This is one of my favorite players of all time, Bryce Harper.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, who got Bryce Harper this time?
well, let me just preface it.
Okay.
I've been following his career
Yeah.
since he was about 12 years old.
Right.
I think he's going to be one of the greatest baseball players ever.
Okay.
And I was all set to take him in round 2.
But wait, who got him in round 2?
You did.
Oh, that's right, I did.
So that pretty much blew my whole draft. It pretty much
Right.
blew my wad, if you will.
Right.
And then I have my trusty fantasy guide featuring Mike
Mike
Trout,
Trout.
who I also wanted
But you did not get.
because he's also one of the best up-and-coming young baseballers,
Probably
if
the
you
best
will.
in many generations. Probably
You're
the
just
best.
holding up magazines.
Yeah.
He's
We're talking about.
Can you hurry it up?
Okay.
he's
any-
from New Jersey.
He is okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention about the draft?
Harper's from Vegas.
Harper's from Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What college did he go to?
They didn't go to
They
college.
didn't go to college because they're too good, right?
That's right.
Clayton Kershaw.
Actually, he left high school as a high school sophomore, enrolled into junior college, kicked ass there, and was drafted.
Amazing.
He
Yeah?
was the #1 draft pick as a 16-year-old.
Up. No way.
Cray cray.
If you guys are
So correct.
interested, I have a quote from Noam Chomsky about
Okay.
sports writing. Do you
Please
want me
do,
to
yeah.
read it? Take, say, sports. That's another crucial example of the indoctrination system, in my view. For one thing, because it's about, it offers people something to pay attention to that's of no importance. That keeps them from worrying about doing something important. And in fact, it's striking to see the intelligence that used by ordinary people in discussions of sports like this, as opposed to political and social issues.
Thank you for saying I'm intelligent.
You listen to radio
Oh,
stations
that's-
where people call in. They have the most exotic information and understanding about all kinds of arcane issues, and the press undoubtedly does a lot with this.
So, Jared, do you have anything to add about our draft? Because you were with us while we were drafting.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like, I need my laptop here for a portion of the show, but you guys are just like on your laptops for a sports pick, and the name is right in there. It's fantasy. You're not even on the
is.
team.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
You're just like,
like the fantastic Mr. Fox, except it's the fantastic Mr. Harper.
yeah, all right, that's cool.
So,
I mean, it's better than if it keeps you off drugs and off the street corner. Then it's okay.
It's not going to keep me off the pole.
that doesn't keep
if
him off
that's
the
what
pole.
you're asking.
But it definitely keeps me off the streets.
If sports didn't exist, I would do a lot of important things.
Oh,
I don't believe that.
sad.
I don't
I want
believe
you
it.
I don't believe that at all.
I want you to do those important things.
It's not true though.
I don't believe
Because
it.
here's what I know what he would do if there was no sports.
I just watch more Bravo.
if there was no sports,
Yeah.
he would be a fashion designer.
Really?
Because he plays like all the games he plays on his PS3
Yeah.
are sports games, but he doesn't play the game. He just changes the uniforms.
I spend the majority of the
Yeah,
time
so
designing
if-
the uniforms.
Have you
If
heard of
Million
the
Dollar
Sims? Maybe
Matchmaker-
that's better for you.
That's what I told him.
The
but
what?
Have you
The
heard
Sims.
The Sims? That would be your game. I
Simulator.
think he has it. But
Make a house.
if there was a game for Bravo's Millionaire Matchmaker,
Yeah, I like that
he'd be the
show.
first person to get it, or what not to wear.
If I were a millionaire, I'd be on that show.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm a thousandaire.
You're a thousandaire.
I feel rude for interrupting you guys. You can finish. your
No, it's
sports
fine.
conversation.
I think we exhausted the.
But you still need all this stuff on the.
I
I
desk,
need
so
this.
I wish-
he wants to.
No, I
keep
mean
looking-
like this kind of.
Oh, don't touch it,
That
please.
baseball is pretty close to me.
Don't touch it.
You should throw it.
You'll get bad.
I
luck.
just-
If you throw this, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
You got like a little naked figurine
He's
man.
not
there.
naked. He's Taka Michinoku,
He
one
doesn't
of the
have any
best
clothes
Japanese
on.
wrestlers of all time.
He says paint on.
He has
He has
pants.
giant
That's more.
nipples.
This is more clothes than most wrestlers wear.
That's true.
And didn't I just heard from you that there was a WWE wrestler that split his butthole open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to do a move.
Apparently, he like
his
landed.
actual-
Yeah.
Yeah,
He landed on the
like,
post.
he landed on a post or something, and he like split his anus
O-ring?
or something. Yeah,
Well-
his O-ring.
Well, speaking of strange body conditions, do we want to
Oh.
talk to Amanda a little bit
Great
about
segment.
her pregnancy?
I don't mean to be blunt, but I was looking on the monitor. You look very wide.
I
You look very
do.
large.
I do. I know.
How many
It's
months along are we?
Almost 8. I know. I got 2 more months of this.
How's
This is
it-
already how big I am.
So how are you holding up?
Not well.
Not well. I noticed a lot more grunting than usual.
It's heavy and it's awkward and it's like I can't bend over. It's
Yeah.
not.
It's not
Anybody who
pleasant.
says pregnancy is amazing is lying to you.
It is amazing. I've
It's an amazing
experienced it, and
thing.
it's great.
It's an amazing thing, but going through it is not the most amazing
not
thing.
I could sympathize a little because as I've gotten older, I've gotten carried a little more weight in my belly, and it makes it difficult. Like simple things like sleeping, like how you lay, is a little awkward. Do you experience that as well?
Yeah, but at least you can like roll over and not feel like
Or you might do
you're.
bodily harm. to-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't roll over.
Well-
like for me to turn over at night, I have to like get up and like crawl over.
Oh man.
But from what I've heard, you don't seem to care that much about doing bodily harm to this fetus
Oh.
because
I didn't know it was his head. I thought it was his butt.
So what-
so,
explain
so
what
what were you
happened.
doing?
Okay, so he'll put like I'll get really lopsided on this side, and I always thought I thought his head was down here and his butt was up here.
Yeah.
Cause he's sideways, wherever the parts are. So he's like sticking out. I'm like, oh, he's sticking his butt out, and like pat his butt, and then like it was uncomfortable. So I'd like push him back in.
Sure.
So I push, and then I went and got this 3D ultrasound last weekend, and she's like, oh no, that's his head.
Oh, so,
No.
So I've been
Oh.
punching
You've
him
been-
in the head.
you've been
for
pushing him in the
I've been
head.
pushing him in the head for the last couple
so
months.
instead of like the corporal's punishment, the spanking, you're.
But I wasn't doing it
smacking him in the head.
hard. It was
I hope
like
you weren't
nicely.
boxing his ears.
No, I was hoping because I was thinking I was like, okay, well, it's not his head.
Yeah, at least
Like when I
you're
thought
not-
it was his butt, I was like, at least it's not him poking him in the eye or anything. I totally probably was.
Maybe we should get a tag on. His name's Rhett. We
Yeah.
should say.
Right.
Maybe we should get a tag on him and a close up on your belly and tag
Oh
him.
yeah,
on.
do we have that capability?
First television experience. His first television appearance.
Well, that's not true because on the sonograms, he's
That's
been
not
on TV.
television.
It's on a TV.
Yeah, but that's a. No,
It's not
One of them
broadcast.
was
No,
on a
television.
It's not broadcasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I experienced something similar to that actually, probably I don't know, a few months ago or so. So we were grappling, you know, kind of like, like this.
Wrestling? Did you have
Yeah,
clothes on?
kind of like
I don't recall
Greco-Roman.
this.
I can't talk about that.
You guys were man wrestling?
So we were doing this,
I don't remember this at all.
and then
He was
he
drunk.
just gets me like in a headlock, and it's really hard for me to breathe. But then he just comes out and just starts punching me in the kidneys.
Oh, I remember
Just
that.
railing on me.
Why would you do that?
because I wanted him to pee blood.
Yeah, that's what
No,
he kept
you're
saying.
kidding
He's
to
like,
me.
No.
He's like,
He deserved it though.
He's like, I want you to pee blood.
I
want
was
you to
saying
pee
that.
blood.
No,
That's
this
true.
is a lie.
No, that's not a lie at all. I was saying I
What?
want you to pee blood.
That's you go to
Why?
prison for that.
Why? He started it.
You're
Was that
making
when he
I
put
did.
it?
someone have internal bleeding.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Funny.
It
It's not
goes
wrong.
away after. It burns for a day or two.
It was only a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Max.
I didn't break any
Antibiotics
ribs.
put it right up.
Oh God.
Yeah, cranberry juice.
I worry about
So,
you guys. It's
That's
like,
that just reminded me of that.
No, it's probably just.
I
as
worry about you guys.
uncomfortable
You
as
could just
peeing
be
blood.
like real dudes. You don't have
Real
to
comfortable
be into
jeans.
sports and hurting each other to prove
It's
yourselves.
no, but I think
It's-
we're well-rounded though. It's not just we're not so into sports that that's all we do.
I do Bravo too.
He does Bravo.
All right.
He was
He's got other
Millionaire
interests.
Matchmaker.
He's got other interests. Designing fashion.
Designing wedding dresses.
Yeah. Oh, he loves Say
Really?
Yes to the Dress. I'll wake up. It'll be like 7 o'clock on
I
a
hate that
Sunday,
show.
and he's watching Say Yes to the Dress.
I'll be right back.
I can't
Oh my
say anything
God.
about that.
That's pretty.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know where Jared went. Jared took off, but that's all right. You have pictures, I believe.
I do have pictures.
Can we see some pictures of this?
They're
this
creepy
unborn baby?
pictures.
I know. I've seen them. They're disturbing.
Okay, so hold on.
But the viewing
This
audience
is-
at home might
I
want to
know.
see
Okay,
them.
so where am I
true.
putting them?
So let's
This
see
way?
which. I think
This
we're
is
on
probably
this
the
one.
creepiest one.
Are we on 3? Let's show it to 3.
Oh no, he's got it.
Oh, he's got it. Perfect.
Oh
But
no.
no, it's creepy. It's like the eyes and the nose and like its head and its chin. It looks like a skeleton. What is that?
What is this?
Just keep going.
I am.
I don't want to see those pictures.
Hold on. Let's see. Here's another one. He looks like a skeleton.
That one. That's the first one I saw, and I thought it was some weird
Whoa.
like
Isn't that weird?
That's crazy.
coyote.
Do you have one with the
Wow.
face?
Yeah,
It
okay.
reminds me of the end of 2011 or 2001. Space Odyssey.
Where is
The
it?
celestial baby.
Okay, this
Yes.
one. It's creepy.
That's
You
so
seen it?
creepy. No, to me it looks
Whoa.
like something
I
like
know.
that the Mars rover
You can tell
took.
what it is though, right? Like his eyes and his nose and his mouth.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
It's
What's
creepy
he got
to me.
going on his
Hella
nose?
creepy.
I don't know. He had the cord in his mouth for a while and his hands
Sure.
over. No, I was like over on the table, like laying this way, because Like he had the cord in his mouth.
I'm sure he'll be a cute baby, but
I think he looks like Michael.
he's disgusting.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
see that too. He
It's
looks
like,
like
if you see the
her
pictures
brother.
after Jake was born, he looked like a bloody mess.
Oh, I'm horrible.
You were like,
but you know what our dad
they
said, right?
They said push him back in. He needs to cook a little longer.
No, I think I overcooked.
Oh, yeah.
Our dad, when he first saw me,
Came out burnt.
when our dad
I had
first
the
saw me,
cord around my neck. That's crazy.
That's what your problem is.
that's what
Yeah.
your problem is. You didn't get enough oxygen.
That's right.
When my dad first saw me in the baby viewing area, there was 2 babies. I was one, and then there was another baby, and they didn't put the names on them yet, so the parents could see. And from what my dad said, he was looking at me, and then looking at the dad next to him, the new dad, and he was like, in his mind, he's just like, I feel so bad. That baby is the ugliest baby I've ever seen in my life. And he's like, his balls are so big, it's disturbing.
That's awesome.
And then he's like, I feel so bad for that dad. And then they put the names, and it was me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's my baby.
You're an ugly baby.
I was a horrible baby, but then a couple
You cleaned
days
up
later,
okay,
I
though.
cleaned up all right.
Or so you think.
No.
Thanks.
So did we say that Amanda's our cousin?
Yeah, we said
Yeah,
that at the top at the opening. But also we wanted to have her brother, our other cousin Michael.
Yeah.
On. He's a firefighter, so we thought he'd have some interesting stories to tell about that.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He was too busy because he went to a preseason baseball game.
Yeah.
I
But
know
that
it's the
side of
Giants,
the
but it's
family's doing better
preseason.
than our side of the family. You and me, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
you're progressing in life and creating new
they're-
humans
They're having a baby.
and like have
they're
really good
protecting
jobs
people.
and like yeah.
What are we doing for society?
Me and Jake
Entertaining
are
them.
kind of languishing.
No one watches the show, so it's
Okay.
like we're not even entertaining. We're entertaining ourselves. Is what we're doing.
But I got something to present. Can I have a camera? How about this one? You see that?
That's,
Camera 2, please.
One,
Camera 2, please.
number 2.
So I got a double cake.
Whoa.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Jake. And welcome Amanda's baby. It's a double cake. So I want to save some for the crew after, but I also want everyone to have a little piece right now.
Well, thank you for
Cake is the
that.
best thing ever.
Even though it's not my birthday yet.
So just, it says happy birthday, Jake, because he's about to turn 30 in a couple days.
You're not supposed to tell a woman's age. I mean, my age.
It's okay.
And then,
It'll be fine.
so keep talking. I'm just going to
Okay.
tell you guys. This was a surprise I did. you know,
I was.
Thanks for the surprise.
Thank you for the surprise.
and I do have a story around it.
Okay.
Do we want to tell the story?
Well,
Why are you putting cake in
Because
a bowl?
I was trying to set up another story too.
go with your
bringing up,
story.
Well, I wanted you to tell it. Bringing up our cousin Michael. I thought you could talk about the first time you saw.
Oh, he's a fireman.
He is a fireman. But I thought you could entertain us with the story of
Thank you.
the first time you ever saw him.
Well, when Michael was born, our cousin Michael.
First of all, he was born 10.5 pounds,
Yeah, he was huge.
which is a gigantic baby.
I think Rhett's going to be pretty big.
And that's
I
what-
know. I
Judging by
wasn't
your
small.
judging by your gut.
We're taking bets on how many pounds, and mine's 11.
I think I'm gonna do a pool with like
You
on the
should.
calendar with weight. You can guess the weight, and whoever gets closest, and then you can guess the day.
Okay, I got
And you
11
win.
pounds.
No,
I got 11 pounds in Grandpa's birthday.
I've got 15 pounds.
I'm hoping for that.
Yeah, that would be awesome because that would be your grandma,
Mm-hmm.
our grandpa, and then little baby birthday. That would be awesome.
Oh,
Same
thank
day.
you.
But anyways, what was it like seeing? Because I was too young.
Well, actually, yeah.
I was only 1 year old, but you were like
My
4.
first memory was Jake being born. I don't remember Amanda being born because we're too close in age. But Michael is in that kind of sweet spot. I must have been like 5.
You were like
No,
4.
you were like
You were 4.
no, because
Yeah.
you're a year older than me.
I was 3 when Jake was born.
Yeah.
Then you were 4 when my.
And that's my first memory.
Exactly
Okay,
what I
so
said.
yeah. So I remember Mike. The first time I saw him, he just came home and he was in his crib. And they
lot of
said
cake.
like,
Yeah, you're doing a number on
so
that.
the so my mom was like, hey, like you're a cousin now.
Yeah.
So go check it out. Check out the crib in the other room, and that's like your male boy cousin named Michael.
Even though you
So
already
I'm
had a
like,
couple cousins at that point.
Yes, but I was
You're
like,
another cousin.
I was like, all right, let me go check this out. Right? So I walk in the other room and I look in the crib and I'm like, oh shit! No, excuse me. I was like, oh my god! And I like ran screaming and I run to my mom and my aunt and I was like, somebody dropped some meat on his belly. Someone dropped some meat on his belly. And I pictured like them eating and then like a piece of like beef like falling into his belly. Because I didn't know about
Mongolian beef or
umbilical
something.
cords then. So apparently I found out when they cut the umbilical cord, it leaves a little bit and it gets crusty and then it falls off.
Oh.
So that's
Gross, man.
that's the whole story.
Well, so when our niece was go ahead.
I was just gonna. Don't some people like eat the umbilical cord or
Ew,
something?
the placenta.
Well, no.
They'll cook the
Oh,
placenta
yeah.
and eat it.
Yeah.
I don't know about the.
Well, because in nature you get depleted of
Is that what this
like
is?
vital vitamins,
That's
like
what the filling is.
you lose all.
placenta.
Well, no, like placenta's full of electrolytes and stuff, so it's like.
Electrolytes.
So it's like Gatorade.
Yeah.
Well, you know, 'cause
Man.
That's essentially what Gatorade is, right? It's placenta
Those
juice.
Florida Gator. It's Florida Gator placenta.
but in the wild you get depleted of all your vitamins, so
I hear there's a lot
you're
of
weak
iron.
after childbirth, so you eat the placenta.
No, I'm not eating
Cats
that.
do it.
Sorry.
'Cause
I
now
was
you-
watching. No, I was watching this show where these people,
Yeah.
like this couple had a baby, and then they invited all their friends over, and they like cooked it and ate it.
Yeah, maybe if you make it like
Baby?
stew, it can't be too
No,
bad.
that's
Oh, this cake's good. I dropped some on my laptop.
Those electrolytes are really good.
You gave me the biggest bowl of cake and no fork or spoon to eat it.
Do you have a napkin?
Give me a knife, sure.
There's
No,
like
there's no
it's all like
napkins.
all over the
Actually, I
side.
do need a knife because this is a fork and knife job right
You're
here.
supposed to get water, Jake. I don't.
I didn't get water. I'm sorry.
right.
I
Okay.
got water for myself. Though.
So
Another umbilical cord story was when our niece was born. I went to the hospital the day she was born. I was holding her, and then so I felt it. I was like, ew. And then my brother showed it to me, not him, but our older brother. It's his baby. Showed it, and I was like, oh it's disgusting. Like cover it up, and they thought it was hilarious. So then I get a package saying from your new niece, a present from your new niece, like a week later in the mail. I'm like, that's so sweet. I open it up, and there's the umbilical cord. And I was like, ugh.
he mailed it to you?
He mailed it to me.
Wait, where is it right now?
I threw it away.
You should have put
You
it in
should've
a
kept
jar.
it.
Why would I keep that? That's
Put it on the
was
wall,
funny.
man.
it's a piece of dead
It's a
baby.
heirloom.
It's not a
You put it in
heirloom.
the
You should have
fridge.
gave it back to her. Send it back to her when she
I
was
don't
old
think she
enough
wants it.
to- You
I
don't
think
know
that's
that.
a piece of her she never wants
This
to
cake's
see
pretty
again.
good.
It is pretty good.
Okay.
You want to hear a cake story?
Yes, I'd love to hear a
So-
cake story.
I went to the bakery today to get this
get the
cake,
cake.
right?
Oh.
Have you ever been in like a retail situation
A
where
couple times.
where it kind of goes out of control and you feel like you have no control over the situation?
That's pretty much how I feel about every situation. In
Like,
my life.
that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. Like I go into the bakery and they had kind of like these little round cakes, and I knew I wanted like a message cake. So I'm like, I don't think any of these cakes are gonna cut it. You got a bigger cake, and I told them what I wanted, like the two messages on it, and they're like, oh yeah, I got you. Hold on. And they walk in the back, and I'm like, what's going on here? Are they gonna bring me a price chart? She comes out like a minute later with the full cake with it already painted on there. And I was
you
like,
pick
in
out
my
the
head, I'm
cake?
like, but you didn't even ask what flavor I wanted. You just like, and you didn't give me an estimate or anything.
That's how you know you're
It just
dealing with-
happened. And then she goes like, this will be $35. And I was like, back up, what?
Rewind.
I wasn't prepared to spend, I mean, I wanted to get you guys a cake,
yeah,
but I wasn't prepared. For
But you don't love us that
$35,
much.
I would have rolled up a bunch of Twinkies and wrote it on there myself. But it was like the names were already on there. So I'm
You
like,
can't return a cake.
I felt
with
bad.
names on
Like,
there.
you didn't give me an estimate, but you already wrote on it, and they didn't even ask me what kind of cake I wanted.
See, that's where
What
we're
if
too
you're
nice,
allergic
though.
to nuts?
I know. And so,
Oh,
but
it's
what
true.
would you have done in that situation? I was just like,
I think most
All
people
right.
would have spoke up and said that I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted. But we're not most people.
I think they were smart though, because I think like 39, 40 is my cutoff point where I would have said no. But they're like, we're gonna charge him. I eyeballed him. We're gonna charge him as much as possible without them getting to say nothing.
Right. And they're like, 40, too much. He might say something. That's too risky.
And I didn't think I would get
35.
reamed at that bakery, because I got cookies there
You know
before
what?
and they were reasonably priced.
I've read your Yelp reviews, though. I think you could write them a pretty
Yeah.
nasty
Cake
Yelp review.
but it tastes good, so
It's
I feel
delicious.
bad. It tastes good.
It's delicious.
Good.
If I knew how this would taste, I would have actually picked that flavor.
I have no idea what flavor it is, but it's good.
Hey, they got the baseline tag up. Do you want to do your baseline bit?
Oh, if it's up.
It's up.
Okay. So, hey, baselang. So this was a new
A bit.
Hey.
Hey.
It's a bit.
Hey,
This
it's
is
a
a new bit.
baseline, huh?
This was a new bit that I've been wanting to try on the show, but Jared hates it, the idea. So he never let me try it, but it's my show. So
Well,
we're
you're
going to try
executive
it.
producer.
I'm
Yeah.
executive producing, and I may never get this chance again. So this segment is called Bay Slang, and it's where we introduce a slang word from the Bay Area, because that's where we're all from, San Francisco Bay Area. We have unique vernacular in this town, in this area.
Town. Okay.
I like to think of it as one cohesive town.
Have some of your water.
Yeah. And
San Carlos.
represent. We're from the RWC, Redwood City, if you don't know.
Oh, I'm originally from Belmont.
He hasn't finished explaining the bit.
But anyways, so I'm going to present a word to, because a lot of people may be watching on YouTube or online and not be from the area. But if you come to the area, you need to know some of our words that we use. So today's word is hella. It kind of looks like hello, but it's not. It's hella.
Real smart
Now-
to write that on white paper, too. Good job.
Well, it's the only paper I had. Can you guys read it?
It's recycled.
Hella.
Today's word, hella.
Hella.
Now, I picked this word first because it's the most ubiquitous Bay slang. I think most of the country already knows it, so it's a good starting point. I think it's a portmanteau of the phrase hell of a. Now, I'm not sure on that. That's where I think it comes
Like
from.
hell of a.
Like hell of a. So when you say that's a hell of a good cake, and we squish that together to say hella. So now I would say that's a hella good cake, and it's used as an adjective, and it's neither
I'm gonna drop that.
it's neither good nor bad. It has neither a good connotation or a bad connotation. It has the connotation of adding
A lot.
Like it's
a
a lot
lot
of.
to
Yeah.
emphasis or magnitude.
Right.
And so if I want to say, dude, this show's hella funny
Yeah.
tonight, I would say
You'd be
because
lying.
Yes.
or if I want to say like it's very funny, I'm going to say it's hella funny.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any good examples of hella in a sentence?
You can use it for anything.
So I was a little late getting here, and I looked up the traffic reports, and it said all the interstates and freeways were clogged up. So I, to get here faster, I took a helicopter and landed on the
No,
road.
that's completely wrong.
Well,
It's
no.
not heli.
Hella.
It's not heli.
Helicopter.
It's hella. It's not a helicopter.
Okay, how about this? I hella love helicopter rides.
There you go. Because you love them a lot.
Yeah.
So you hella love them.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Amanda, do you have a good hella for us?
No, I was going to use the hella traffic one, but Jared stole it.
I don't think I said there's hella traffic.
Well, it's the
Well,
same
why
thing
else
we
would you
talked
take
about.
a helicopter
You
if there
talked
was,
about
unless there was hella
traffic.
traffic?
There was
Because I was
hella
in a
traffic.
helicopter.
I know, but you set it up by saying there was hella traffic.
You actually used hella in there?
No, but you
I
said
didn't
there was a
even
lot
do
of
that. Okay.
traffic.
Do a different one then.
I don't
There's
have
lots.
a different one.
You're hella
I'm
pregnant.
hella fat.
You're about ready to burst. You're hella pregnant.
Yeah, not really. Some guy at the bank asked me if I had two, with having two yesterday.
Did you slap him? I would have slapped
No,
him.
he was old.
I don't care.
Oh, old people think they can get away
I
with
know.
Yeah,
anything.
they do.
They steal.
They have
They
license
lie. They
to do
cheat.
anything.
They drive terribly. It's
I know. Oh, this other
someone
guy
needs
at
to
Trader
put them in
Joe's
check.
told me he had hella grandkids. He told me he had 26. And then he
Wow.
asked if he could give me a blessing.
Was he a priest?
I don't know. He said he was a pastor or something. I don't
Again,
remember.
he was
See,
old.
that's
so
like
he
a
just-
double.
old,
That's
too.
like a double entitlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a man of the cloth. I
bond.
can say
Okay,
whatever.
Hella?
I hella hate my fantasy baseball team this year.
Dude, I hella saw your fantasy baseball team, and it hella sucks.
Yeah. And I hella love Bryce Harper, but I don't have him.
Yeah. So it's a great word because it could be used in almost any context. It's used more than once in a sentence a lot of times. One thing I do want to add
I
to
have
it, though.
hella nuts stuck in my teeth.
He has hella in his beard.
Do I? I don't have nuts in my beard. I have hella white hairs in
You
my
got
beard.
nuts on your chin. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's disgusting. You've
I
brought
didn't say
the
that.
tone of this show to a horrible level.
Michael Scott would have appreciated that.
Yeah, it would've. No, but one thing I would like to add is if you go to the south portion of the peninsula or the South Bay,
Yeah.
you will start to see a more regionalized version, which is hecka.
Hecka, yeah.
And you'll notice that more in the South Bay. And you'll also notice
my
that.
brother that said that.
Does your brother? Yeah, he said it because he
Because he doesn't want to cuss.
he doesn't want to cuss. So it's also people who don't want to cuss say hecka. It means the same thing. It doesn't sound as good. Doesn't roll off the tongue as well. But one interesting thing though is also in the South Bay we have large Asian populations.
Yeah,
And they tend to use hecka, I've noticed, a lot more than hella.
I like hecka tight.
It's hecka tight.
Yeah.
Like my...
Those kicks are hecka fresh.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, the neon lights on your Kia are hecka tight, though.
Yeah.
Oh, those are hecka tight.
Yeah.
So that's one thing you'll see.
Yeah.
But that's bass slang. I think it went pretty well this time. I'd like to.
Okay, what do you use for next time?
Should we?
I can't tell you. I can't. No spoilers.
Speaking of the old man at the bank, should we talk about our grandpa?
Yeah.
We have a little video of him too.
Yeah. Well, let's watch a video first. Can we do that?
Well, if the rolling's ready, we have. Well, let's intro it a little bit because
Okay.
it might come off as a little. But we had an awesome grandpa. Not John, but you might have. I don't know your grandpa. But the three of us had the same one.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was crazy cool, but we got a little frustrated with him when we were young.
Right.
And I used to torture him with a video camera, which basically just like get in front of him with a camera and do odd things and make him be in our videos. And we have a video that I must have shot in like 97 or 98.
And luckily,
And
in this video was one of the few times he was wearing his shirt.
yeah, he was wearing his shirt. Yeah, most of the videos he had his shirt
He
on.
never had a shirt on. He was the tannest man
Oh,
you
the
would
player, the
you'll
player.
ever see. And
Yeah.
and here it goes. Enjoy.
There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't ask.
Not
for
a
it,
great
there's
big
nothing wrong.
celebrity.
But then with that kind of
I'm not gonna watch television. I gotta see my television, don't I? Now what could you possibly use that clip for? But not that. Now what would you possibly want to use that segment for? You don't want to interview me?
They have told reporters that when Jordan began cooking
What is this? A piece of bread. Pray tell, what is this supposed to symbolize? Bread on the table? Bread, staff of life? What's it supposed to indicate? Takes two of them to make a sandwich. There's only half of them. Now, what would you like to know about that piece of bread? Not very tasty without a piece of meat or a piece of cheese or something on it. Not even a piece of toast. Not going to make it any place. McDonald's tastes better than this. Now, what would you have me say about this staff of life, this piece of bread? Are we breaking bread together, or what are we doing here? I don't see the symbolic issue here, what a piece of bread is supposed to symbolize. But by the same token, I can't visualize a lot of the visions of this modern generation, what the things are supposed to indicate, symbolize, or what they have to do with a hell of a lot of anything. I hope you're having fun. It's not very tasty without a piece of meat or a piece of cheese or something on it. A piece of bread. A piece of bread. Not very tasty without a piece of meat or a piece of cheese or something on it. A piece of bread. Oh, a piece of bread. A piece of bread. Takes two of them to make a sandwich. Piece of bread, not very tasty without a piece of meat or a piece of cheese or something on it. Piece of bread, bread, staff of life. I can't visualize a lot of the piece of bread, visions of this modern generation, what the things are supposed to, piece of bread, indicate, symbolize, or piece of bread. They have to do with a hell of a lot of anything. A piece of bread.
Okay, that should be our new opening song right there.
See, I mean, I just wish our grandpa was still with us so we could keep annoying him with videos. I just love that I put a piece of bread in front of him and
You didn't say a word to
it
him.
opened up, no, I didn't say a word and it opened up a gate to a brilliant monologue pretty much.
Yeah.
It's Pandora's box.
Yeah, that's kind of what we used to always do.
He
with
was
Grandpa.
a hard man to live with.
Yeah.
Not necessarily his fault. He had a lot of medical issues going on.
Oh yeah.
Hard man to grow up with, but one of the most entertaining men.
Oh yeah, and he was
At the
always
same time.
game. I couldn't find this video that we did where Jake puked in his shoes, but I couldn't find it. But
And then he
On
stepped into him.
purpose?
Oh.
yeah, but yeah, Jake puked in his shoes, and then he so he was always
Oh.
game to make a video.
Yeah.
So we made a lot of videos with Grandpa.
I remember I would annoy him where I would climb in the hallway. I'd climb up to the walls
Oh,
up to
yeah.
the top, and he wouldn't see me. And then he'd walk down the hallway, and then I would drop either right in front of him or right behind him,
Yeah.
and just scare the crap out of him.
Wait, can you quickly recap your birthday story, but not in 10 minutes?
Oh, my birthday, my
Not
10th
in 5
birthday?
minutes, like quickly.
Right,
do the
my 10th
short-
birthday.
Do the Cliff Notes version.
Okay, so my 10th birthday, I had off of school, and it's your 10th birthday. That's like the
Bowling
biggest.
story.
Huh?
No.
No, but that's like your biggest birthday when you're a kid. It's your 10th birthday. You're finally double digits.
Yeah.
And I had it
Almost
off
30.
school, but you were still at school. Mom and Dad were both at work, so Grandpa had to take care of me.
Yeah.
Well, he woke me up at like 5:30 in the morning to go with him to pick up the free bread outside of Safeway.
Yeah.
So I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning, sit in his van for like 3 hours outside of Safeway because he had to get there 2 hours early to get the good bread.
Yeah.
And it was like a little old man mafia out there, right? And so I'm sitting out there, and he didn't let me get out of the van to hang out with his friends
Yeah.
because apparently that would have put a crink in his style.
Yeah.
You know, that would have.
He was with his bros.
He was with his buddies. He didn't want me embarrassing him.
Yeah. I
on
mean,
my
that's
10th birthday.
understandable.
So,
Yeah.
but I guess he told
Right.
his friends that that's why he was stuck with me was because it's my birthday. So his friend goes to his truck, comes out, and comes to me, and he gives me this.
And you're sweating because you're locked
I'm
inside
in a
this
van.
car.
Yeah, it's like 6:30 in the morning, and I'm sweating because it's.
And that van had carpeting.
The van it had shag carpeting.
That van was.
So it was musty.
Was it a Lester
Love that
Mobile?
van.
It was a molester mobile.
Oh,
No,
it
that
totally
van was
With
awesome,
the little
yeah.
window in the back.
It blacked out windows. Yeah, and it had the porthole windows.
But finish the story.
Okay, so his friend goes to his truck, pulls out this thing, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, here, I heard it was your birthday. I got you this present, and it's a dog toy, like Squeaks,
Yeah. You give you a dog
that his
toy.
dog had already been using
So you gave
because
you a dog toy.
it was dirty and had dog drool on it.
Yeah.
So he gave me a used dog toy for my birthday, and then, 5 hours later, after we're done picking up bread and delivering it to people,
Yeah.
I get to watch him go to his bowling league
That's
for
pretty
4
cool.
hours.
Bowling's fun, a good activity
I
for
didn't
your
get
birthday.
but I didn't get to bowl.
Oh.
I had to watch him and his friends bowl. And he didn't give me money. I didn't have any go play arcade games. I just sat. And I think he bought me nachos.
Yeah.
But that was my 10th birthday.
But your 30th is next week, so hopefully
Right.
it'll be better. It's already better. You had cake.
I had cake already.
You're 3 times as old as you were then.
Maybe I'll have 3 times as much time sitting in vans and watching old people
No,
bowl.
let's not. say
Probably.
that. Your 30th birthday.
Probably.
Dude, that van was disgusting.
Hey, can I do my powerful points?
You can. But I would like. Do we have any more grandpa stories though before we
Probably.
move on? Did anybody have a good grandpa story?
You got a good story?
I have one
really.
more.
I just have.
My video was my story.
Okay. I have one more that.
You just told like a 5-minute story though. How about you
wanted me
tease
to.
it and I do powerful points? Because I could
Okay.
easily take up half an hour with this.
But you're not going. I'm not going to let you.
Ugh.
Okay, I'll tease it.
All right. You'll tease the story
Yeah.
coming up after the powerful.
Coming up after
Can you
the
run
break.
the laptop? Because I'm gonna. I
I'll
want
run
to
the
run this
laptop.
like a reel.
So, when I was like 12,
Wait, I thought you were gonna tease the story
I am.
for after powerful points.
I am.
Oh.
So when I was like 12, I wanted to go to the video store, and I asked my grandpa, "Can you take me to the video store? Because I want to get a video game." I had to return one and I wanted to get another one. And he's like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "No, I'm leaving." I'm like, "Well, can you just drop me off and then I could walk back because it wasn't that far. I just didn't want to walk." And he's like, "No." He's like, "No, I'm not going that way. I'm going the other way." And I was like, "Okay, fine." So I get on my bike to ride over there. I get on my bike, and I fall in the middle of the street right outside of our house. Okay? I'm laying there. Both of my legs are cut up, and so I'm bleeding out of both of my legs.
Wow.
He drives up in his van, and he points at me. He laughs. He says, "That's why you don't play in the street," and he drives off. Okay? Now, I'm stupid also because I'm bleeding. I'm 2 houses away from my house where I can go get cleaned up, or I can ride half a mile to the video store. So I ride half a mile to the video store bleeding on my bike.
Absolutely.
I get there and I realize, okay, I have blood all over me. They're not going to let me in. So just rub it in, right? So I just rub all the blood into my legs, and I'm wearing shorts, so I just rub all the blood in. I got bloody hands, bloody legs. And I go into the video store, and then people are staring at me because I'm a freak. And I'm looking, and I go, wait, I think I see someone over in the action adventure section. That's my grandpa. He went to the video store and didn't take me. So he couldn't even give me a ride to the place he was going to. So I don't know if he had always planned there, or I just put it into his head that, oh, maybe I'll go to the video store.
That's amazing.
So,
That sucks.
but yeah, so I didn't tease that. I just told that story.
I was
Yeah,
like,
normally
I have-
teasing means you like allude to
I
it.
know, but I don't trust how long you're gonna take on this PowerPoint
Yeah,
thing.
normally
so,
a tease means you allude to it. So,
I wanted
can I
to
do
get
my
it all the way.
PowerPoint presentation?
yes.
I'm going to do it over in this zone.
Is
where
it
the
about
camera-
sports?
Right where the camera is.
Okay.
I hope it's about.
Hey, Don,
fantasy
can you truck
baseball.
over?
Powerful
this
points.
is the stage
What is
right
this?
now.
Is this about baseball? John wants to know.
yeah.
It's about
Is
sports?
this about baseball?
I'm gonna have to keep it quick though, because you do have to make
All right.
your.
Or
Hello,
American
everybody.
football.
Powerful points. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming today. This is like a TED Talk, but it's this is a predecessor to TED Talk. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys about this. Well, this PowerPoint is called No Go Argo. I'm going to tell you why Argo's a horrible movie, and I haven't even seen it, and I know this, and I refuse to ever watch the Academy Award-winning film Argo. Okay?
Oh, got it.
Ergo.
Anyone in the crowd see Argo?
No.
No.
Okay, you'll know why. Okay. So Ben Affleck, he helmed this film Argo. He's the director. And I say, is he Affleck or is he Hackfleck? The actor and the leader of Ben Affleck and the Flecktones.
Was that Dave Matthews Band originally?
No, Ben Affleck and the Flecktones.
Well, yeah.
So,
okay.
next slide, please. So, what I am proposing here is that Ben Affleck entered into a pact with Barack Obama and other people in our government to salvage his career. He made a deal so that if he made this anti-Iranian movie that made the CIA look like a bunch of really awesome people, then they would say like, you can be a legitimate person now and a good actor, and you won't have a terrible, like a terrible reputation like he did with Jiggly. Okay, next slide. And then the
it was
deal was
Geely.
sealed on Oscar night. The pact he made with the Obama administration was sealed on Oscar night when Michelle Obama herself, as a proxy to the president, as a proxy to the Pentagon and the executive branch, awarded him the Oscar.
All right.
Pretty profound.
Very.
But why,
why?
you say? Why
That was
would
my
it
first
be
question.
in the interest of power to create the film Argo?
Right.
Why?
Why?
Next slide.
Tell
please.
us.
Next slide.
Tell us.
It's simple. So the American people will remember that we're supposed to hate Iranians. Next slide, please. I can't read this from here.
Yeah, I'm
so-
skipping over that
No,
one.
no, go back. Go back.
I don't know how.
Go
That
back.
was too much words.
Okay, thank you. So Argo, these are some quotes.
Too much words.
Argo is
words.
essentially an overwhelmingly right-wing pro-American propaganda demonizing Iran as backward, barbaric, and fanatical.
Okay,
That's
I'm
where
giving,
it's
you,
one
I'm
quote.
giving you 2 more minutes on this.
I saw the movie Argo recently, and I was taken aback by its distortion of what happened. Now, that is the Canadian ambassador who actually has a character in the film Argo. He said that. Deeply irresponsible, Argo fans the flames surrounding historical events
Hugh
likely to still remain raw in the memory of many reviewers. Let me
Hugh
read
Grant
one
said
more. Affleck seems oblivious to the fact
I think
in
he's
this
Canadian.
that his
He's a
film has
Canadian guy.
become part of the effort by the American ruling elite to drag the
You have your
U.S.
cake
into
and
a
you're
war
eating
with
it too.
Iran. Next slide, please.
You know what though? You didn't
Next
even,
slide.
You didn't even continue. You didn't even put in the best Argo quote that I've heard
What?
from Mick LaSalle.
Well, I didn't read
He
it.
said Argo is Ben Affleck's third best movie that he's directed.
Yeah, but this is more apropos. Okay,
Yeah, but
next slide, please.
It's the third
Next
movie he's
slide,
directed.
please. And you say, does it matter? Who
What the-
cares? It's just a movie. Well, look, go back. I'll say when it's next slide. Does it matter? Saddam Hussein.
Saddam.
He's now a dead man, right?
I think so.
What was the precursor to that? A villainization by Hollywood.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
An arm wrestling game with Saddam. And it's just like that we're doing with Iran now. Okay, go forward. Next slide. More interesting film ideas. They could have done a film on Iran-Contra. They could have done a film about how Reagan bribed Iranians to not release the hostages until he was elected.
So
Next slide, please.
I feel bad because you put a lot of work into this, and I don't want to
You're not cutting me off. We got plenty of
cut
time.
you off, but let's
I'm hurrying
lightning
through
round.
it. This
Lightning
is my
round.
PowerPoint
lightning
presentation.
round. Lightning round.
No,
lightning
go
round.
back.
Lightning round. Lightning round.
my
Go
God, there's
back.
so much.
Lightning round.
You're being
Lightning
a
round.
jerk.
Lightning
You're
round.
being a jerk.
Lightning round.
Go back.
Lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning
Jake,
round.
go
Lightning
back.
round.
I'm not done
Lightning
with
round.
my
How many
PowerPoint.
how many pages?
Go
is
You're
there?
back.
at 30.
There's 30?
This is my PowerPoint. I'm going fast.
Okay, here.
Go back, Jake. Go back.
You are not doing
You're
all
ruining
of
the
this.
surprises of these.
You are not going to do all
Go
of
back.
these.
This is my PowerPoint.
Okay, who is the bad guy?
No, you skipped over
Bryce Harper.
important
Bryce
ones.
Harper.
You skipped over important ones.
We don't have time for
Go
this.
back. You're
You
ruining
said this
the
was
time.
my show. Okay, yep.
Give
we're
me
done.
5 minutes.
So that segment's over. You can continue it next time.
Dude, I
you
didn't
very
even get to
much.
my main thesis.
Sum it up. Sum it up.
You're a jerk.
It's my show. Sum it up.
Dude, you got to talk about sports for like 5 minutes.
It's my show.
Better no show.
Yeah.
Jake, I put a lot of work into
I
that
know, and I
PowerPoint.
feel bad, but you took way too long. We don't have. This isn't a college course.
I didn't even get to the important parts
Tell
of
us
Okay,
it.
what
Sum
is
it
the
up.
important
No, it's
part?
all right. Forget you, man.
We have more important
Forget
work
it.
to do.
Talk about sports again.
We have more important work to do, and that's for you to pick your Sweet 16 picks.
I do not want to.
Okay.
It's your Sweet
Are
16
you kidding
party.
me?
So in the round,
Are you
You're
kidding
turning
me
Sweet
right now?
16. My super
Sweet
Sweet
16.
16. Have you seen that MTV show? It's amazing.
so who do you
yes
think's
to the
going to
dress.
win of Louisville and Oregon?
Basically.
They will be playing on the 29th tomorrow.
Louisville.
That's a good choice.
The Lou.
I think I agree
They're
with
the
that.
number one overall
How about,
seed.
Dude, this
How about Michigan State versus Duke? Don't help them.
Duke.
The
I
Dukies.
think Michigan State's going to pull it off.
I
do you
didn't even
think?
get to finish my PowerPoint.
Well- Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know, no?
Well, did you hear that thing about the guy that went to Michigan said that all the guys at Duke are, well, it's a little.
Right,
I won't
next
go
one.
there.
Okay, here's an interesting one. Florida versus Florida Gulf Coast. The
Mm.
Regular
Cinderella
Florida.
story.
Mhm.
Obviously, they're favored, but
It doesn't matter. Regular Florida.
Florida Gulf Coast, they've already
I
beaten
never even heard of
Georgetown. They
them.
beat San Diego
That
State
doesn't mean anything.
by 10 points in both games.
That doesn't mean anything. I don't know what I'm talking
I
about.
want Florida Gulf Coast to win, but it's a hard matchup.
They were only established like 10 years ago.
I know. It's amazing.
And
Jared,
they created
what's
the
your choice?
university.
Insane.
I wasn't listening. I'm kind of depressed.
Say regular Florida.
Regular Florida.
Syracuse or Marquette? This is the one I'm
Marquette,
most
because it
interested in.
reminds me of shopping.
I agree with you. Not for the reason, but
They have amazing uniforms. They have the best in the tournament for sure.
yeah. Who do you think's gonna win? These are elite. That's Elite Eight because those games are already played. Wichita State and Ohio State.
Ohio, because that's where Guided by Voices are from.
Okay.
I like them.
I want Ohio State as well.
I want Wichita State.
Dude,
They're
if
the
this wasn't your
shockers.
So I know-
birthday.
They're going to shock the world. They're going to shock the
Wichita
world.
State.
Mm-hmm.
They could.
They're the shockers.
They're the Shockers.
What
okay.
are shockers?
Who's your pick
No,
to
no,
win
that's
it all?
their mascot,
You're
though.
ruining our show.
Who's your pick to
we
win
didn't
it
even
all?
show emails. Huh?
Who's your pick to win it? We can run their emails right now. If you have the emails ready and all the information, I'm sorry we didn't do that earlier, but we can run that now while we're speaking. Who's your pick to win it all?
Kentucky.
Which team's not from the South?
Syracuse isn't
San
from
Jose
the South.
State.
They're not in it though. Okay.
I don't know, like the one from Nevada.
Here's how I would like to end the show. The one from Nevada,
UNLV,
who's no longer in it.
UNR.
Yeah.
Carson City Community College.
You're not even writing it down, so like, why are you even asking me?
I took it. I took notes.
All right.
This is how I'd like to end the show, though. Is I usually would do the quiz show portion, the Did You Know show. We're not doing it, but there's a lot of questions that have fallen through the cracks.
Man, I want people to check
A
out
lot
our
of info.
Facebook page and like it.
Yeah, they could do that. Let's check that out. Now, do you have that up?
Well, I can bring it up, but I
Bring it
think
up.
people should just go on their internet to do it.
So there's a lot of
What's the internet?
Got it up
the
here.
internet.
People go to facebook.com, and it's Terrain Vague TV. And you could be our pals on there and get exclusive messages and pictures that we want you to see. You just got to click like on Facebook.
You all done?
You can also visit us at velcrofathoms.net.
Isn't that an amazing song?
Can you email Better Know Show if you'd like
It's
to?
Did You Know show, not
Did you,
Better Know show.
Did you know show?
You can. There's an email for that. There's a Gmail.
Okay, so what are we
actually for
talking
that.
about questions?
Okay, so I have some questions.
Damn lucky it's your birthday.
This is an interesting fact. Bloodhounds are the only animal whose evidence is admissible in court,
No.
besides
No.
humans.
Okay.
Also oysters.
Oysters?
Great.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah, bloodhounds. Admissible.
Chimpanzees, they're cannibals.
Yeah. So I would also say so are humans.
But I didn't say they're the only ones.
Okay.
If NASA sent birds into space, they would soon die because they need gravity to swallow.
You cut me off to read shit you got from a Scholastic book. I put hours into making a PowerPoint with unique
Didn't you
opinions, and you cut me off
No.
to read Scholastic book points from National Geo Kids or something magazine.
It was from
Sports
Ranger
Illustrated
Rick.
going,
It was
happy
from
birthday.
Ranger Rick.
You
First
you
of all-
obviously went to the dentist and thumbed through Grasshopper magazine.
That's exactly what it is. It
Keep
was-
going with your
Okay.
factoids.
How about a question?
5 minutes.
Why do people crave sweets?
Because they like sugar.
No, there's a biological reason. Evolutionary biology.
Electrolytes.
Yeah,
Electrolytes.
sugar.
Placenta.
Well, sugar is sweet. Why do we crave sugar or sweet things?
Yeah, because it
I
gives
think
us energy and sustains us. It makes us. It traps fat in, so it keeps us easier.
I may have asked this
to
question, huh?
It keeps it
I
makes it
think,
I don't know
easier.
what
I
the
think we've
answer.
had this.
It makes it
We've
easier
had
to
this
retain
conversation.
fat, so you can
Not at
survive
all.
longer. That's salt.
Most poisonous things have a bitter taste. Or most things that taste bitter are poisonous. So humans evolved to like sweet tasting foods to avoid poisonous foods.
Oh yeah.
And now it just makes us fat.
And that just
Yeah.
makes us fat.
I know.
Because we weren't meant
sucks.
to, have access to all this food.
And corn syrup. What is it?
And
High
corn
fructose corn syrup.
Corn is only good on the cob.
Yeah. I like corn off the cob though too.
No,
And creamed.
You know that
just raw.
the
corn
average
on the
person
cob.
will walk the equivalent of twice around the world in their lifetime.
I know, because when you get to the oceans, you can't.
Not literally, the distance.
It's equidistant.
It's equidistant. You know where the kiss, when a man kisses a woman after they get married, you know where that originates from?
No.
In early
Tradition.
No, nothing.
Traditionally, though, in early times, the couple would actually make love for the first time while
In front of
everyone
everybody?
in the
In front of
watched.
everybody?
In front of everybody.
See, sometimes the old ways are the better ways.
Whoa.
No, thank
I
you.
don't know if I'm down with that.
I'm telling you, I've
You guys
never,
do not
I've
wanna
never
see.
been to an entertaining wedding. That sounds fun.
You spent
Dinner
so much
and a
time
show.
I know weddings nowadays they do like the Gangnam style dance.
That's
and
dumb. Just give everybody a bunch of booze and it's way more
Yeah.
fun.
You know what 100 people choke to death each year on?
Oh,
Spiders.
Pop?
corn.
Popcorn? No. Ballpoint pens.
Oh,
Wow.
ooh.
Yeah.
I got stabbed in the neck with a ballpoint pen.
Yeah, I,
always-
remember that.
I remember
was
that
horrible.
at high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Tried the
girl,
ambulance and everything.
that's insane.
Whoa.
No.
That girl ended up in jail, right?
Yeah, they lit it on my birthday.
Wow.
But
That's ridiculous.
yeah, it's
Every-
pretty funny.
You know, so people have unique fingerprints. There's a couple interesting things about this. People have unique fingerprints, like that.
I got unique jazz
Do you know what else
hands.
people have? besides unique fingerprints?
Tongue prints.
Very nice.
Wow.
I'm a super taster, so I have extra tongue
Interesting.
prints.
And then the other thing about fingerprints is, you know what other animal has fingerprints that are almost indistinguishable from humans?
Frogs.
Not frogs.
Geckos.
Not
Gorilla.
reptiles at all.
Salamander.
Gorilla.
Not reptiles.
Orangutan.
Amphibian.
No, koala bears.
Koala bears.
The only thing that you can
No.
distinguish is that they would have 2 thumbs.
They got
So if you saw
long-
their whole handprint, you would see it. But if one fingerprint, you
I like
couldn't tell the difference.
koalas.
Koalas are very cute.
Yeah.
I remember some dude stole them from the San Francisco Zoo that one time.
Wow.
Koala?
Like 3 of them under his shirt
Dude.
and his pants, I think.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he return them? Because it's like you realize that it's kind of hard to take care of a koala.
That's what I think if somebody's gonna steal my dog. Like why? Because I left her outside one time. I'm like, somebody's gonna steal her.
Yeah.
Nope, they're gonna give her back. She's not the.
'Cause nobody
easiest.
wants that
Nobody
dog.
wants her.
Yeah.
That dog's insane.
No, she is.
We got a minute, Jake.
You got a minute? I got a lot of questions.
Well, how about we actually have some
you know
interaction with our guests to say thank you?
Did you know that the
like,
human
do you guys
head,
have anything you want to add?
the human
Like,
head will remain conscious
It's
for
a big
15
deal.
to
You guys
20
waited a
seconds
lot. And
after
you guys
it's
came down to the
decapitated?
studio. You waited. You're pregnant, and this is late
It's
for you to be
bedtime.
up. So we want to thank you.
Okay.
Is there something you want to add? Like, thank you for bringing Rhett in your stomach to the show
It was,
and
it was a lot
sharing
of
the
work
moment.
dragging him all the way
Yeah,
down
not
here.
that he had a choice,
No.
but he did
And
get
he's
cake.
He did get cake, and he's stoked about it.
30.
Awesome.
No, I'm
So,
good.
So
we do
thank
thank
you.
you,
It was
though.
fun. Thank you for the cake.
And John,
Well,
Our
I
sports
sped
bra.
down here.
sped
I broke
down
some
here.
laws getting here, but
we appreciate it.
really glad that I
Glad you made it.
came because I got to draft this horrible fantasy team,
You
and
got cake.
and Jake got to mock me for it. So it's
did.
kind of like we were just at home.
It was. Might as well have done it there, but we did it on,
Yeah, on
TV,
camera.
on camera,
yeah.
for all 12 of our audience to see.
So
And
happy
we're-
birthday, Jake.
Thank you.
Thank you, audience, for watching.
Have a good night. That was
Bye.
our show tonight.
There's usually music.
We don't need it. There we go.
There you
Go
go.
Nationals.
And I can't believe you didn't let me do my PowerPoint.
You told me to cut you off.